Hi guys, Pete here from Ashton's Cars, and today looking at a 2014 Volkswagen Polo. This is the 1.4 litre Match model, quite a popular model in the Polo range, but slightly, more desirable than the average one. This is the automatic version. It's the DSG Auto, and with the DSG Auto, these are a very desirable car indeed. So I'm going to quickly take you around it. It's going to be quite a short video, just showing you a couple of the features that this car's got. We're a big fan of Polos, and I'm sure if you're looking at videos of Polos, you've probably found quite a lot of them on the internet. What I want to show you really, this car's done 100,000 miles, so it's a good example to show you a used car review rather than the usual where they're brand new, and show you how this car's worn its miles, and just show you really the features that it's got on it. It's an 11-year-old car, just over 100,000 miles on the clock. It is in very good condition, but of course there are minor bits of wear and tear on it, and we want to have a look at things like how the seats have worn with that mileage. So we'll start off at the back here, because I want to show you the boot first. Now the boot, very clean for a start. Let's just zoom out a little bit so you can take it in. Now they do have a false floor, these. This tends to go missing on a lot of them, and you can see underneath my valet has completely missed it out. You can move that down so as you've got a deeper boot, or you can have it by there so you've got less of a lip getting in. But they should always have one of those, and they should always have a parcel shelf. It's nice to see this one's got both of those still intact and with the car. They are things that tend to go missing, especially on examples that have been a bit unloved. They get discarded or put in the garage and forgotten about, and then we never see them again. So we've got all of that. We've also got fully working reverse sensors, something that you do want to probably check on your VW Polo, because reverse sensors do tend to, at this sort of age, sometimes the seals go, they get moisture in them and they stop working essentially. So if you are buying a Polo at this age and it's got reverse sensors, just try backing it up, something that is going to sort of set them off to test them out. Now the Match model of Polos have always been a very popular spec. They are a slightly sportier looking car than the standard one, because you get the alloy wheels on them, you get a fully sort of colour coded exterior including the door handles, and you also get quite a nice level of interior trim. It's a cloth interior, but as you can see, it's really typically Volkswagen quality. And these Polos, they're the same size as the original Mark I Golf, so it's actually quite a spacious car in the back. You'd get two full-size adults in here with no problem whatsoever, or you can get 3 kids across the back quite simply, and all of them have got a proper 3-pointed inertia seatbelt. Now they have already also got on this model, I don't know if you can see that, ISOFIX points fitted as well. So it's a very family-friendly car, this. Moving on to the front of it, well, this is why I like Polos. You see, this car's done 100,000 miles. Here's the seat bolsters. There is absolutely no wear in them whatsoever. Now, there's not many cars of this age, certainly not super minis, that would do 100,000 miles and not show up any wear on them. But the Polo is just so good for that. Let's get in behind the wheel. Now again, it's got a Match spec, so you've got air conditioning on this model. That might sound like it should be a given on a car of this age, but actually not all Polos of this age had aircon. So make sure you're getting a decent spec is my advice. And this one has even got such luxuries as cruise control here at the end of the column stalk. So a really good specification really for a small car like this. The 1.4 engine in this one has got 85 horsepower. It's a normally aspirated engine, and it's a very, very reliable unit. I quite like this 1.4. It's not the most powerful engine that you can get in the Polos, and in actual fact the smaller TSI engines are more powerful than this, but there's no turbo to worry about in here, and that's one less thing to go wrong. Now this one's done 105,000 miles. You'll zoom in there on the clocks. I've got a tyre pressure warning light on at the moment. I just need to reset that, but there's no other warning lights on in the car. The little green boots that you can see there is for me to press the brake, because I need to do that to be able to select drive on the DSG transmission. And you'll see when I do that it comes up D1 there on the dashboard. There's also, if I push it down, a sport mode, S1, and I can also slide it across to the left like so, and then you see I've got manual control of the gears. which is really good, although we're not moving at the moment, so there's not a lot to show you. But really simple to use. It's a 7-speed gearbox, this is. So that means that it's quite brisk shifting through the gears, and you've always got the optimum performance there. So despite the fact it's got 85 horsepower, it does feel more powerful than that because it's always sort of in that peak torque curve, this car is. And it also means that you do get very relaxed cruising. You put it, you know, when it drops itself into 7th gear, that is very much a motorway cruising gear. You select the cruise control here, and this car will happily poodle along at sort of 70 miles an hour all day. And it does feel very, very safe, secure, well built. All those typical Volkswagen qualities that have made these cars the class leader. Now, one thing to point out on our car in particular is that someone has fitted a little Bluetooth device there, like a Parrot hands-free system. So you can use your Bluetooth from your phone through the original CD stereo here. So that's all wired in by a previous owner, and that's really handy. I've got a couple of cup holders side by side down the bottom there, and if you look carefully, you'll see that there is an auxiliary socket there as well, so you can plug your iPod in if you want to listen to tunes from that. Also the 12-volt socket there in the middle. The aircon, ice cold. An absolute godsend today because it's quite a warm day. And everything in here does work with typical VW precision and quality. We're in drive, so I'll just take the handbrake off quickly. We're on private land, and I'll just quickly take you around. So we're straight away into 2nd gear as soon as we pull off, because it's already worked out it doesn't really need first. We'll just go for a little drive along the front row here. I will say once again, we are on private land, so I wouldn't be doing this on the road. But this car, very, very easy to drive. Very, very pleasant to drive. I'm a big fan of these cars, and you know, hopefully you can see why, because you've just got that typical Volkswagen quality here in a package that's nice and compact, easy to park, easy to drive, ideal for a new driver as well as anyone just looking for something that's compact and economical, really. I will quickly flick through the trip computer and see what it's doing to the gallon, but it's probably been ruined by the fact I've had it running at the valet at 36.3. Yeah, that's not realistic. It'll do about 45 to the gallon, this, even with the auto box. What I do find with the DSG models of these is that the auto doesn't really rob the car of that much in terms of performance or economy, because it's a 7-speed, it's a dual clutch system. It does sort of really maximize the engine's potential all the time, and it doesn't really labor it at all. So really good gearbox the DSG is. Just make sure, obviously, if you've got one, that, like I did, just take it for a very quick run like that. Make sure it doesn't sort of stammer when it's pulling away and stuff like that, and make sure it selects each gear as you're going along and doesn't act like it's sort of slipping, or the car's getting confused between gears. It is something that you need to be aware of on any automatic at this age, really, just to make sure that they change smoothly. We've done all of that for you on this car. It's a real pretty little thing, and I think it looks great in white. Let's just jump back outside so you can have a proper look at it again. I mean, it does finish the car off nice, that colour, doesn't it? Looks really good. I do like this era of Polo, and I think that the styling was just right on them. It essentially looks like a miniature Golf, which is what it is really at this sort of age. And as cars have progressively got bigger and bigger, the Polo is now really the size that the Golf was. So, you know, it's a small car, but it's not that small. It's a very usable size, this is. If you're looking for something compact but not too tiny, you know, the Polo's got to be something that you'll consider. Yes, they do the Up, which is the really small version, small Volkswagen. They're a great car too, but with the Polo, it's a bit more suited to those longer motorway journeys. And certainly if you're going for an automatic version, I think the Polo is the better car. So if you're in the market for an automatic Super Mini, well, you would be daft not to consider a Polo. So give us a shout if you're interested in this one. 07932 873 646 is the number. Our Polo is going to be fully workshop inspected and checked over prior to sale and delivery. and we're happy to take part exchange and deliver it anywhere in the UK. So no excuses. Wherever you are, give us a shout, let us know where you are, what you're looking at part exchange wise, and we'll work a deal out to suit you. But thanks ever so much for watching. I hope it's been of interest to you. Hope that you enjoy our channel as well. So please give us a like, share, subscribe, hit on the notifications to be kept abreast of cars that we've got coming into stock. And well, we hopefully will see you very, very soon. Thanks ever so much for watching, and have a great day wherever you are. Goodbye for now.